You'd go Avengers just because you feel like a freak with the X-Men.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to be treated that way.
You don't want the prejudices of being
bro,
in the
think
X-Men.
about it, bro. Iron Man got his own ice cream, bro. The Hulk got his own ice cream. You telling me I'd be living,
Yeah.
bro?
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
All right, bro. Episode 14
We
today.
are back.
Lame Guys Podcast. I'm Mario. This is Vincent.
Welcome.
And I was trying to think, bro, like what is going on, and I just feel like nothing is going on. Like we have stuff going on news-wise, but we have nothing like big going
That's
on.
happening.
But also, I feel like it's January. It's the beginning of the month, so
Beginning of the year, stuff will eventually start coming out.
right.
You know what's really going to hit for us?
What?
Comic-Con season.
Yeah. When is that?
June.
Oh, shit.
June, July.
God damn.
Summertime, but that's when also the big blockbusters are going to start coming out too, so
Right.
it's going to help.
Yeah, Deadpool comes out on my birthday. I realized that the other day.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
July
Holy crap, I
26th,
didn't even
yeah.
think about that. Wow.
So
There you go, bro. I'll buy your tickets.
hopefully we can even see it that Thursday though. So it's on so the 25th is actually a Thursday.
Right.
So maybe we'll go see it Friday. I don't know. I know we're gonna go see it, but I'm just saying like it's hard to do these Thursdays now.
Yeah.
Especially since we film.
We'll record early as hell and then we'll go straight to the theater.
I mean maybe we can record early that week. I don't know.
That's true too.
Yeah. Another thing that I was gonna tell you about too, our office at my work is moving in June.
Oh, where are you going?
Yeah. They're going to Farmers Branch, so I'll stay on this side.
Oh, okay.
So I won't have to drive to Farmers Branch, but so it's gonna be right now. It's really convenient because my office is right there, and then you're right here where we film. But so yeah, I'll have to be at my house, and then I'll have to drive over here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
When it starts picking up, we'll try to start looking at office space for us.
It'd be so nice because I would assume that like Variant Comics has their own.
Oh
like,
yeah, I
space.
agree. I'm sure.
I would assume they have their own space, like where you could put like a green screen and stuff.
Yeah.
Not saying that we would do that, but it'd be so nice to just have like a little space that we could something
Completely
bigger.
deck out.
Yeah, like something we could for real just.
See, it's convenient because I already have this nerd room and
Right,
everything like that,
right,
and this is
right.
just my gaming
Yeah,
room.
it ended up working out perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys have a big house, so it works out perfect. Because like my house does not have a room to do.
Yeah, thank you,
yeah.
thank you, babe, for letting me have my own room.
But yeah, bro, episode 14.
Yeah.
So today we are gonna do tweets of the week. Do you have somewhere you want to start first, or do you want to start there?
Well, first I just want to say this.
What?
The bracket went very well.
Yeah,
Social
we
media
finally
did
finished
pretty
it.
good. Yeah, finally.
I'm not gonna lie, I was tired of seeing them on our TikTok.
You were saying people are gonna start thinking we're a wrestling page.
Well, because it's like I truly do love talking about wrestling, but I also like talking about other stuff. And I know like everyone says you need to find like your niche. And I was worried, and I loved it because the wrestling videos were doing so good.
Yeah.
But
in the beginning, what's weird is the first like 2 or 3 didn't do nothing, and after a while they just started going.
Yeah, like we were getting like 2K views on 1,000 views on all of them on YouTube and TikTok.
And we've talked about before, like for some people that's nothing, but for us, it's still green.
I mean, think about 2,000 people in a room, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's huge.
Yeah, you said that one too.
So, yeah. The thing is, though, is I know like our other clips, like our regular just us talking clips, are probably not going to do that well.
Yeah, it's all right.
But I do want to do more brackets, like we talked about before. I want to do like a WWE heels bracket. We want to do best villains bracket.
Best villains.
I'm sure there's other brackets we could do.
There's
like,
a lot of
maybe
stuff.
we could do like even the MCU movies versus like
DC.
Yeah, and like have them all in one bracket and pick the best one. Which I think is,
we've already discussed what the best movie is.
I think we already know what the best one is, but I'm sure we can find like other brackets to do. But you want to start tweets of the week?
Yeah, we're gonna do tweets of the week again today. So you said me start?
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, so I think some of the biggest news, not the biggest news, but some good stuff coming from Marvel in the future would be Fantastic Four. We talked about Pedro Pascal, even though I guess we need to clarify.
Did they confirm it?
I was just going to say, we need to clarify. He is not 100% confirmed yet, but there's a lot of stuff that is saying he is our Reed Richards. He is our Mr. Fantastic.
Yes.
He dropped out of a movie due to scheduling conflicts.
I saw that.
Because of possibly filming Fantastic Four. So that leads into a report from Screen Time. Pedro Pascal has reportedly exited the movie Weapons due to scheduling conflict. Filming for Fantastic Four has also been pushed to the third quarter of 2024. So that's basically June, July, August.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, if they do that, 5 months possibly of filming. It'll probably be the end of 2025, maybe by the time we get this movie.
Oh, I would say 2026.
Really?
I would think they would need the rest of 2024 to film, and then they probably take a year to edit, and then maybe early 2026.
I want them to do very good with this movie.
Yeah. I know we talked about it before, but you're cool with Pedro Pascal being?
Oh yeah, most definitely. No, most
Me
definitely.
too.
I know we discussed it when we talked about we said it was confirmed. So let's just once again clarify. It's not confirmed yet until.
I don't even think we said it was confirmed. I thought we said it was rumors.
Was it?
Yeah,
Did we say that?
I'm pretty sure we said it was rumors.
Well, once again, like until Kevin Feige says, until Disney says it, until Pedro says it, it's not confirmed. But let's just take it for what it is.
What if he's another role though? Can you see him as Dr. Doom?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. I'd be happy with it.
I think he has range, bro.
Yeah,
so
he
I
definitely
think,
has range, and he's so hot right now. So it's
I think no matter what he does, I think no matter what role he's in, I think he's going to do great.
Yeah, he'll do great no matter what. I agree. But like I said, I want them to do very good with. I want them to do some great stuff with this movie.
Yeah.
I feel like it's time to have a great Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family, back on the big screen.
As someone who didn't watch Fantastic Four, I mean, I watched the movies, but like as someone who doesn't really care. Like I'm excited to get like I said before with the X-Men, like I'm excited to get a fresh start on these things. Like I wasn't on the train with the X-Men before. Like I watched the Fantastic Four movies, but I didn't have like a genuine interest. Now I would say I have a genuine interest. So I'm excited to be there at the beginning of what they do.
And it's good because, I mean, at the beginning, it's going to be in the MCU, so that's awesome. Do you want to do yours, and then I go back?
Sure, yeah, I'll go. So I have two tweets from both. They're both from Discussing Film.
Okay.
It's about the Last of Us cast. We now have our Jesse, young Mazzino, which I don't know him from anything. And then we have Caitlin Dever.
I think Dever.
Dever. She's gonna be Abby.
She's fine. We finally have the big casting we've been waiting for.
So I don't know either of those actors from anything, but the actress that in the pictures that I've seen, she kind of looks like Abby in the face.
Yes, in the face, she resembles Abby quite a bit. To be honest. Yes.
So I'm excited.
You just need to put about 15 pounds on that girl.
So I was going to ask you, do you think they make her as buff as she is in the
No, they're not going to make her as buff. Unless
I feel like it's pretty much impossible for a girl to put on that side. Like unless you're Jade Cargill, like
Well, unless if they were going for someone physical, then all the rumored castings we would see would be this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, and then they're going to try to, I guess, enhance her acting abilities. Right. It seems like they're going for an actress. And then they'll kind of bulk her up. So she's not going to be as big, but she will have a presence,
I think she will be in shape, but I don't think she's going to be as big as that. Because Abby is yoked in that game, bro. She is yoked in that game. And I just thought, and I remember people on Reddit talking about it would be impossible for her to be that yoked. But like their setup, I mean, spoilers for The Last of Us in the game.
Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2, yes. In the game, Abby is at a setup. It's like would you call it a camp? Or it's like a city almost, or it's I don't even know what I would call it.
They're held up in a soccer stadium, right?
Well, they have the soccer stadium, but then there's stuff outside the stadium.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And they have like living quarters. Like Abby's room in the game is huge,
massive.
It's one of the suites.
It's one of the suites in the stadium. Yeah, that's pretty smart. I'm not gonna lie.
It's so smart. Yeah. It's so smart. I don't know why we don't see more of that. But they have it set up, bro. She gets like a breakfast burrito, like they have hella protein there, and their weight room is crazy because it's at the stadium. Yeah. So like whatever athletic team was there before use that weight room. So yeah, bro. I'm curious how they do it in the game. My biggest thing is, what's the girl's name that plays Abby or not Abby? Ellie. I'm going blank, dude. Bella Ramsey.
That's it. Yeah, Bella Ramsey.
Yeah. She's not big either, like height wise or like in shape wise. Like
I don't know if we talked about it on here before too, that like from Last of Us 1 to Last of Us 2, you can definitely tell she gets older.
Right.
Bella Ramsey still looks so young. She looks like she can put on the costume from Game of Thrones again and be that character all over again.
I agree. I'm curious to see how that's going to work. Obviously, I know she is not going to look the same as Ellie did in the game. I know that. But I'm just curious to see how they're going to do that as far as size comparisons. Because Ellie and Abby are about the same height. Yeah, Abby is more yoked, but I'd say they're about the same height in the game.
A little bit, yeah.
So I'm just curious to see because Bella Ramsey's short.
Mm-hmm.
She looks very short. Like she looks like the kid in Last of Us in the game from Last of Us 1, height wise. She looks like that. So I don't know. I'm curious to see. But yeah, dude, I'm excited that we are getting some castings for The Last of Us Season 2.
You said you had 2 or?
So you can go and then I have another one after.
Okay, cool. So continuing with castings, Deadline is now reporting. This is, it's from Deadline, but it's the tweet I'm looking at is from Screen Time again. we may have possible front runners for Supergirl for the James Gunn's DC universe.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Princess Rhaenyra, Millie Alcock.
Yeah, I think so.
She's in the front runner. Amelia Jones. Sorry to say, never heard of her.
Never heard of her either.
And Meg Donnelly.
Never heard of her either.
Never heard of her either, but they have all reportedly done a screen test for Supergirl. She's also going to appear in the new Superman Legacy movie and have her own. You think it's going to be a show or movie as well? But those are the 3 front runners according to Deadline.
Yeah.
So, thoughts on that?
I will go Millie just because I know Millie.
Yeah,
and she killed it as Rhaenyra in House
Gosh, she
of
was
Dragon.
so good as Rhaenyra.
So I will go Millie. I don't know the other actress's name, so I mean no disrespect by that, but I just don't know.
We'll put photos of them or something.
Yeah, I don't know what they're in, so I have nothing to compare to. I would go Millie. My question to you is, how do you think a Supergirl movie is needed?
Needed, no, but at the same time,
It'll
be
different.
Cool.
It's something different for sure.
Yeah.
But do you think? I guess how I'm trying to say is, okay, so it's the beginning of the new DC universe.
Are you saying do we need it when we haven't even had like some of the other core members
like,
yet?
Is that really what our focus should be on when we still need to figure out like a Batman movie? We still need to figure out like all these other movies.
Well, at the same time, off the top of my head, I don't know when the Supergirl movie will come out. I don't think they've had dates of that. So with her just being cast just to be in Superman Legacy,
yes,
maybe they're saying, okay, so if Superman Legacy comes out in 2025, 2027, the Supergirl movie will come out. But in between then, we'll still have a couple other movies. So by timeline wise, it may be okay.
I saw somewhere, I don't remember who tweeted, but I saw that it was going to be its own movie. And so then that's why I'm just thinking like, okay, that's cool. Like I would go see it for sure. Yeah. But I'm just saying like, I don't know. I hope that they focus. If she's not going to be in the Justice League, like why are we doing that right now? Like that could be something that we do later. But either way, I'm excited. And I think Millie, she would do good. Like I said, I've only seen her in the House of Dragon. So
yeah.
I don't have anything else to compare to.
Yeah. I have nothing to base her performance off of. Like, oh yeah, bro, she'd be a perfect Supergirl.
Right.
Shit, bro. She blonde. Okay, cool. And then our last Supergirl was brunette. Yeah. Sasha, I can't remember Callie or whatever her last name is. I'm sorry, but yeah, like, and I thought she did like good.
Did you ever watch the Supergirl show on CW?
No,
I watched a little bit of it. I thought she was good. That was Melissa Benoit, right? That was her name.
Is it Benoit or Benet?
Or it's one of the
Benet,
something
or something like that.
Something like that.
Anyways, but I watched the first episode, and that was it. Yeah. And then I just watched her whenever she crossed over with Flash and Arrow.
I watched her when she crossed over. I didn't watch the show, but a lot of people liked her as Supergirl. And she wasn't blonde, right?
Yeah,
she was blonde. Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
No,
she was brunette.
Yeah, she was brunette.
Yeah, brown haired, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't think she was blonde.
Maybe like a dirty blonde.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, with Henry, I mean he was in blonde, so I mean it made sense for. I guess cousins could have different hair color, but I mean I don't know. Because it wouldn't, I guess.
But then again, we don't have no blonde hair Superman.
Yeah, so even James Gunn's Superman right now, he's not going to be blonde.
Nah.
Well, I guess he never is.
David Cornsweat's a tank right now, dude. Those photos we saw of him, or whatever, he's bulky.
I'm excited, dude. I really want. I guess. Do you think Superman is one of those movies that I honestly think Superman is one of those movies that can never please anybody, no matter what.
I disagree, just because.
I think people are always going to find some faults in any type of Superman movie.
Well, okay, so I'm a hypocrite because I say I disagree because people adore the Christopher Reeve Superman wholeheartedly. Like, the first one is great, and some people love the second one, or a lot of people love the second one too. I don't remember which one Richard Pryor was in. I think that was the third one, but whatever. So to some people, that's the greatest iteration of Superman ever. I've disagreed. You've disagreed as well. We love Henry Cavill and Man of Steel and everything like that. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, people will universally say that's, they're Superman and great, and, that movie's perfect, but yet you have people like us where like, bro, it's not.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm a hypocrite saying that, but.
I just feel like in today's society, I feel like a lot of people don't like Superman. I feel like Superman now is disrespected a lot. Like, he's not as respected as he used to be, in a way.
Do you think if Henry Cavill continued with, let's say, The Rock's plan when he was coming to do Black Adam versus Superman, you think it would have changed a little bit to where people would have started liking him a lot more? Because it seemed like they were going to go with the brighter colors.
I think so, yes.
Past the whole darkness of Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League, he's now coming to the light and understanding who he's supposed to be as Superman.
I think so, yes. I think just because people were so excited that he came back and he was in the end credit scene. Granted, it went nowhere.
I've never talk about a tease.
Yeah.
Not only just that, you had you had Henry Cavill come out and say on his social media, guys, thank y'all for fighting for me. Thank you for having hope and believing that I can come back. I'm back. Showed up on the big screen a month later. Guys, I'm sorry. You didn't work out. I'm not going to be Superman.
That's so crazy.
Gosh, I'm not going to lie. If Warner Brothers dropped the ball on that one.
100%.
But that was, once again, but that was before this whole new DC regime, so I don't blame Gunn for that at all.
100%.
But still, they dropped the ball on that one.
We should have got a second Superman movie way before. But okay,
your next one?
My next one is from WrestleOps. It's a wrestling tweet.
Okay.
So it's not confirmed, but Mike Chioda, who is a referee, legendary referee. When I think of a WWE referee, Mike Chioda is one of the first ones that I think about.
Yeah, I agree.
Mike Chioda said that The Undertaker is in great shape and says he thinks that Taker's got one more match in him and could see him doing one more match in him. Now, you are one of the biggest Undertaker fans that I know. Probably the biggest because I don't know many. I wanted to ask you, are you open to Undertaker coming back and wrestling another match?
The fan of me says, well, hell yeah, but no, I don't. Dude, honestly, I thought he could have ended it at 20-0 when him, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels were in the Hell in a Cell situation. He could have ended that, walked away beautifully. He had his perfect send-off with AJ Styles in the Boneyard match. Mm-hmm. The whole scenario of him then being able to film it, not have a live audience, but that was just COVID time. But that whole thing was great. And he always talked about he wanted to ride away. He literally had his motorcycle, rode off into the darkness. He's done. Right. He's done. I think
he's done too. And I'm not saying that Mike Chioda is saying 100% that but he says sees Undertaker coming back for one more match. So my thinking that of when I hear that is they've hung out or something. Like he's talked to Taker and maybe they've talked about it before.
It's one of those things like a kickback. Be like, dang, man, you looking good. You about to get in the ring? He's like, maybe. And then he was like, oh, bro, Taker's about to have another match.
I would be honestly so annoyed if he came back and wrestled another match. Because like you said, I think it was a perfect send-off. I think his match with AJ Styles fixed his previous awful matches that he was having because he was just old. His match with AJ Styles was perfect because they were able to film it. And it was just, like you said, a perfect send-off. And I hope that he doesn't come back. I don't want him to turn into Ric Flair, and I'm not saying he's going to, but I'm just saying when I saw that Mike Chioda said that, I thought, please, Taker, do not come back. Do not. And why would he? Vince isn't there anymore. WWE doesn't need... Vince needed him, I felt like. Vince would always call him, but WWE right now doesn't need him. So I'm hoping that he doesn't.
No, I adore The Undertaker. Yeah. I mean, one of my childhood heroes. Dude, I met him when they revealed his statue.
I remember.
At Fan Access, and I don't think I've smiled as hard as I've ever, other than like dealing with anything with like Emily or like Elaine or something.
Right.
Something like for me, nerd wise, dude, I was giddy as hell. I don't need him to wrestle again. He wants to come back on Raw or SmackDown, cut a promo, have me happy as hell. Come back.
It was cool. He was on NXT. Even.
He showed up to NXT, did something with Braun. Was it Braun Breaker? Right.
And Carmelo
Hayes, and then he did the whole thing with LA Knight and Bray Wyatt. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Still, I love that one so much. Mm-hmm. People still want to know what he said to Bray, but still, I don't need it, but it's whatever.
Yeah. All right, you have one more?
We good?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to we've been going for 20 minutes or so.
Okay, we can go through this. So, big thing on Twitter right now when it's sticking with wrestling, we have Tony Khan with AEW taking shots at Jinder Mahal with his whole segment that he had on Raw. And God, the Twitter, like just the whole, I keep on saying Twitter, the whole X-verse is just
everyone still calls it Twitter, bro. I think you need to stop correcting yourself. I still call it Twitter. Everybody calls it Twitter. Okay. So just keep saying
so some
Twitter.
Tweets that have been coming out, with Tony Khan going after him and Jinder just making one tweet that fixed it all. But
he deleted it.
He did?
Yeah, he deleted it. So did you take a screenshot?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we can find it somewhere.
We can find it.
Yeah.
But this tweet from Elite Rockers talks about some of the numbers that AEW pulled versus the one segment Jinder Mahal had. Well, granted, let's put this also into perspective. The Jinder Mahal had The Rock in it as well.
Right. But
still, nonetheless. AEW Dynamite, 801,000. AEW Collision, 402,000. AEW Rampage, 406,000. A total of 1 million or 1.6 million views. The Jinder Mahal segment on last week's Raw, 2.1 million views, just one segment.
So I'll say, and you even said,
I'm gonna find the tweets real quick.
You even said now, granted, it was because of The Rock, right? I saw a tweet. I think today I may have sent it to you. SmackDown last week got 2.4 million viewers. Like, that's crazy, bro. For one episode, and that didn't have The Rock in it. Granted, Roman was there, but still, Roman's the champion. AEW, bro, I don't know what all to say because I know we're being haters, but like AEW is just the minor leagues, bro. Like I feel like NXT is bigger than AEW.
And this is no hate to anyone that watches it.
Yeah, I mean,
because at the same time, I know I don't watch it. You don't watch it. We just watch stuff that pops up on Twitter of any crazy stuff that happened, whether it be the women's division over there, whether it be Darby Allin getting freaking thrown around like a rag doll, with John Moxley getting spikes thrown in. It's stupid. Yeah. Anything with CM Punk, MJF, like I'd be happy to get MJF in WWE. But nonetheless, that's the only stuff we know about AEW. So that's just coming from us. I think I found the tweets. Basically, it started off with USA Network putting out a tweet saying, "What was the cage match rating?"
He got so in his feelings about it, bro. Tony got so in his feelings about it.
So he responded to that. Bischoff ended up responding to Tony Khan. Tony responded to Bischoff discussing.
They're pretty much going back and forth.
And then Tony Khan ends up coming back saying, one of their stars, Hook,
which I don't even know who that is.
Taz's son.
Cool. I mean, I still don't care. You know, like.
So he's over here saying Hook has a 28-1 career record on a winning streak, calls out the champ. Logical challenge for Sparks outline outrage. Jinder has literally lost every single match he's been in the past year. Immediately gets a title shot. Where is the rage? Jinder Mahal with one tweet.
One tweet ends him. One tweet ends it.
Who the fuck is Hook?
Yeah.
Watch Monday Night Raw on USA Network Monday at 8 p.m.
Okay, so for context, for people who don't watch wrestling, so Seth Rollins is the World Heavyweight Champion right now in the WWE. He just had a segment with Jinder Mahal, who is a former WWE Champion. He's been in the WWE for a long time. He's kind of a journeyman, I would say. Like he had a little run where he was big. WWE was trying him, but he's always been one of those persons that is just kind of here on the side. He had the segment with The Rock, and I fully believe that they put him in that segment with The Rock because they fully planned to have him go against Seth. And what a perfect way to do it. Everyone's talking about Jinder from The Rock segment, and then you bring him out and have him have a segment with Seth. I think it's brilliant. In WWE, Jinder loses all the time lately. So he challenges, or he has a promo with Seth Rollins, and they have a match next Monday Night on Raw. So people don't understand. WWE is not like the UFC, where like if someone loses all the time, they're not getting a title shot. In WWE, someone could lose all the time, and then all of a sudden WWE decides they're going to push them, and then they just look like main eventer type.
It just takes one situation, just like the segment, to make them hot, to where you're just like, okay, let's do it. Let's see what happens.
So I guess Tony is mad because people don't want to see Hook get a championship match, but yet they're not mad that Jinder is getting a championship match. One, I think it's two different scenarios because Jinder is a veteran. He's been wrestling.
Most definitely. Even though I may not be a fan or anything like that, I have to respect what he's done in WWE.
I think that, first off, us seeing him go against Seth, it's like, yeah, it's whatever, but it's also Jinder. Like, he's a veteran. Like, whatever. They need someone to feud against Seth for a little bit. I think none of us see a problem with that, right?
Also, prior champion. He held the title for a minute,
too. Yeah, he beat Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
And second, Tony, why are you getting so in your feels about it? So Tony Khan is the owner of AEW, and he is constantly worried about what WWE is doing, bro. And WWE, yeah, I'm sure they have an eye on AEW. I'm sure. Because there's been plenty of times where they're going against SmackDown, and then that's when Triple H will load up the show, or he'll do things that just...
They do some petty shit.
Right.
And it's perfect.
But, like, you don't see them coming out on social media like that. And I saw Bully Ray, he has his podcast, and he even was annoyed at Tony for letting Twitter and social media get under his skin like that. Tony just looks like a bitch, bro. Like, you're a billionaire, and you're the owner of AEW. At least... And so he was going at it with Eric Bischoff. At least Eric Bischoff had the balls and was talking shit about WWF on the TV. He was going at them from a different perspective, and Tony's going at them through social media and trying to get these fans, I guess, to agree with him. But like it just backfired completely. Everyone was talking shit about Tony.
And at the same time, bro, when it comes to Bischoff, legendary.
Yeah.
Legend. Monday Night Wars were created because of that whole scenario.
Eric Bischoff did a way better job going at WWF than Tony Khan has done at going to WWE. Me and you are big WWE fans. We don't watch AEW. Never once have I felt threatened by AEW.
No.
Never once.
No.
And I don't understand why Tony is so obsessed with... So, we watched TNA when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
TNA, I guess when Eric and Hulk Hogan showed up, they kind of ruined it. But that's when they were like, we're bringing the Monday Night Wars back and all that shit. But before that, they kind of just stayed in their lane.
And it was perfect.
And I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect way to do it, bro. That's why AEW or TNA has been around for a long time. ROH has been around for a long. They just stay in their lane, bro.
They do their own thing.
They're not trying to be WWE. They're just trying to do their own shit, and I think it works.
Bro, because even New Japan, they are massive internationally. Massive. But yet they probably still acknowledge.
Yeah.
WWE is still
AEW is trying to be WWE so hard, and it's like, bro, it's just you're not going to be. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to be a hater, but I just think AEW and I think Tony himself just needs to let WWE be. He's trying to be Vince McMahon, and he's not that. And so I think he just needs to let it be and let. I just love how everyone was clowning him, bro, on Twitter. Everyone was clowning him hella. So, but yeah, that was interesting.
So I believe that's it, right, for tweets of the week.
Yeah. So I wanted to segue into something else before we talk about what if. I wanted to apologize to you because I watched Avengers 2, and I know I've always said that movie's not good. I watched it, and I thought it's good. I think it is good. And I wanted to apologize because last week I was talking hella shit about the Hulk, and because my biggest point is that he couldn't be with his girl that he's with in his movie.
Yeah.
But yet he'll be with Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
Rewatching Avengers 2, he's not with Black Widow. Black Widow wants to be with him. Yeah. But he's not. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I want to rescind those statements because I thought, okay, I should have finished watching the movie before I started talking hella shit about the Hulk. But yeah, I watched Avengers 2 again fully, and it was good. I don't think it's not better than Infinity War, but it is better. I would say it's better than the first Avengers, 100%.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's been lonely, dude. I've said this since after we watched it for the first time, though. I've loved that movie.
But at the same time, I still do see why
people don't like it.
Yeah, but I thought that it was good. I still think Civil War is better. Black Panther's better.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm not going to say it's better than
but it was better than I thought it was. Like the first time I saw it, so I thought, and I think Ultron could have been better also. But it was a good movie. So I'm not hating on it. I'm watching now on my journey. I'm back on Civil War, and I'm just loving it. I love that movie. So you want to talk about What If?
Yeah. So What If came out. We finally caught up.
I didn't rank the episodes. Did you?
Rank them? No, I just have what my favorite and what my least favorite is.
Okay, go with your favorite.
All right. So it's hard because I put two of them.
Okay.
Episode 6 and 7. 6 was the one with Kahori. Yeah. The new character they have.
What a beast she is.
Oh my gosh.
She's a tank.
It's like just a Native American tribe.
Yeah.
I like it. It's all in I don't even want to say Navajo. I have no idea what the language is.
Yeah. But I mean it's all in Indian
Native
language,
Indian,
yes.
Yeah. New character, cool story, cool powers. It was so good.
So she pretty much is if the Tesseract it's Tesseract, right?
Something like that.
It's a Tesseract, and it's pretty much as if Native Americans found it, and this Native, and so then it's almost kind of like this whole world gets made of the Tesseract stuff.
So they all live off of it. They thrive.
And so once you go there, you get these powers. And
it's almost like she died and she went to heaven, and that it just gives you powers once you're kind of selected in there with the fountain of, or not the fountain, like the Forbidden Lake or whatever.
And so then episode 7 is the one where it's 1602.
Episode 7
That's
is
8.
Hela and the 10 Rings.
Okay, yes.
Gosh, all that made me want to do is go watch Shang-Chi again, bro. It was so good. That episode was very good.
I thought she was going to get the 10 rings, though. Didn't you? When you see the Ella and the 10 rings, or it was like if Ella had found the 10 rings or something. So I thought she was going to get them.
Hela, her goal was to get the 10 rings to overthrow.
So the whole episode, I was waiting for her to get them, and she doesn't.
All she did was just
team up. That was a badass fight, though. It was so good. Hela and I forget the guy's name versus.
Is it Wenwu, right?
I think so. Versus Odin.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Least favorite episode. So excited to start What If, and they give me some bullshit. Episode number 1, at least to me, Nebula is a part of the Kree and all this, the whole Nova
It was
Corps.
so boring.
I thought to myself, really? And this is how we're going to start off with you? I'm bored.
It
dude.
was so boring, and it had nothing to do with the whole. Like, she wasn't even in the ending episode.
Oh yeah, like how what if?
Yeah,
like everything
how
was
they
tied up
tie
in the
something.
end.
So
Yeah.
it had it wasn't even
boring
in it
to me.
Her voice.
Well, I mean, that's how she is in the movie.
I know,
too.
but it was so annoying.
Yeah.
It was like they were going. I almost felt like it was a Batman Beyond type universe. Didn't you feel that way? Like their cars even flew. Like it was super dark there.
And then my second least favorite episode is the Christmas episode.
Oh, with Happy Hogan.
Yeah. I mean, I like Justin Hammer being back. That was pretty cool. That was a nice little thing.
I'd say my least favorite was the first one that you said. And I would say the Tony one where he races the car.
Oh yes, that's my third. I was gonna put honorary mention, but I didn't.
That one I felt like was so boring.
Yeah,
too.
Marco asked me what I think about it. I was like,
Yeah.
it was cool. Jeff Goldblum was back as the Grand Master, but I could care less.
So I would say my favorite probably is So yeah, I did like the Hella one with the 10 rings. I liked the Cohorty one. I told Teresa, I was like, damn, babe, imagine if that was real. I was like, we'd all be Native American Indian right now. Bro, no one would have been able to take them over, bro.
So
if Cohorty's there like that.
Yeah.
And then I really liked. I didn't mind the 1602 one. I thought the 1602 one
was clever.
I also liked the one where.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Captain. It's Peggy, and Black Widow, and
yeah, that was my third honorary.
Yeah.
For at least 1, 2, 3, it was that.
I also enjoyed that one too. The finale kind of felt flat. I'm not gonna lie, I was falling asleep.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I was hyped the whole time or anything like that, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing all the villains and all the heroes fighting against each other just in the background. That was pretty cool.
I don't know. I told you, bro. I don't think the season was as good as the last one. I was very high on What If season 1. But this one just kind of felt. I don't know. It just kind of felt like maybe it's because season 1 What If had to do with our main characters really. But this one it was Peggy. We had T'Chaka for a little bit. We had kind of people that aren't like the main.
The 80s Avengers is pretty cool too.
Yeah, that was a good episode. It was if Peter Quill.
Yeah.
If he went with his dad instead.
He reminded me of that kid. What was that movie, bro? That James Gunn produced or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Where he was like an evil.
Brightburn.
Yeah. That's what he kind of looked like. Well, I think it's also because he just had the red jacket too and everything like that.
Maybe. But yeah, it was okay, bro. I couldn't rank them just because I thought, I don't know, bro. I kind of watched them all fast, and I just thought,
same.
I just thought it was whatever. But I didn't mind the Happy Hogan being the Hulk one.
I don't know. The episode was just boring to me.
It was okay, but I just feel like all of them were kind of boring, to be honest. So yeah, it was just kind of flat. But do you have anything else to add to that?
Not for What If, no.
Okay. I have a segment that I wanted to try. If you don't have anything else. It's just Would You Rather, lame guys edition.
Okay.
So I was gonna ask you some Would You Rather questions, and then they are MCU related. So I feel like we could do a Would You Rather segment, and then we can do some DC questions, some wrestling questions, and then just see how it goes. See if it's all right. If we like it, we can just keep it going. So this is Would You Rather. Okay, if MCU got rebooted, would you rather the next Spider-Man be a Peter again, or would you rather it be Miles?
I think I'd rather keep it Peter.
Really? Even after all the Peters that we've gotten?
Yeah. Why? Because you can do so much cool shit with animation, bro. We've already talked about it when it comes to the Sonyverse. So Miles is staying with the whole Across the Spider-Verse.
Just
leave it, bro. Because
you wouldn't want to see a live action Miles?
Eventually I will, but if they redid it, I'd still want to have a... I'd still
what
rather...
if we did a universe where this Spider-Man was Miles? You would rather just a regular Peter story?
So would that mean Peter doesn't exist at all?
Maybe.
Because I feel like we would... Well, I mean, I don't know if there's a comic out there where Miles is truly the first Spider-Man, where he's the only one.
I think there is.
Okay, I'm about to say, from no knowledge at all. I feel like let's just keep an established Peter, and then eventually let's get a Miles later. But right now, I'd still stick with Peter.
If the whole MCU got rebooted, and they've restarted from scratch, I wouldn't be opposed to getting a Miles instead of Peter. Just because we've already gotten Peter so many times, and we know eventually they'll include him. Whether it's multiversal Peter or however they're going to do it. But I think it would be different, and I think it would be interesting to do a Miles. And also, bro, I just love Across the Spider-Verse, and in the game, Spider-Man Miles is clean. So just to see a live-action Miles like that, I think would be so badass.
Yeah.
Do you think we get him with Tom Holland's?
It end up being like after Secret Wars or something like that. It ain't gonna be in the next movie.
I just don't know how much longer we have Tom Holland. Like I think
he's young enough to play this character for another 15 years.
I
probably.
think he wants to be Spider-Man, but like how the politics are as far as like companies go and stuff like that. Like what if we don't, or what if Sony, or what if Marvel, or what if they don't want to pay him? I don't know. Like, but I would be okay with a Miles.
Yeah,
just like maybe like a universe where it's a Miles. Yeah. Next question. Would you rather have Black Widow's abilities or Hawkeye's?
Gosh, that's a hard one because when it comes to any type of like video game that has a bow and arrow, I love
I know
the bow
you
and
do.
arrow.
Yeah, you've always told me that you love. I hardly ever use a bow and arrow.
But I also feel like Black Widow would be really cool with stealth.
I mean, Hawkeye too, dude.
Yeah, him too.
They're both assassins, pretty much.
You know what I'm thinking about too? Gosh, bro. If I had, like, I'm thinking deep into this. I'm going to go for it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Bro, that means I'm going to have to deal with all the turmoil Black Widow had to go through as a kid and all that shit. Bro, that sucks, bro.
Okay, so
so like, in order to become all that, that sucks.
I guess, okay, so let's say literally you could just get handed Black Widow's abilities or Hawkeye's abilities. Mm-hmm. You don't have to really go through the trauma that they've been through. Okay. So let's say you just get to get handed one of those abilities. Which one are you picking?
I'd do Hawkeye.
Okay. I was thinking about it too, and I'm honestly torn. I could go both. Because Black Widow in her movie is badass.
Yeah, she is.
And then throughout, like, I'm watching Civil War right now, and I mean, she has badass segments. Like, even in Avengers 2, she had some badass moments.
She's smart as hell, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But Hawkeye, dude, is just so clean.
Yeah.
He's so clean. And I think the whole perspective of, like, he just goes back to his family, but then he pulls up whenever they need him, and he's just about that action, like, right away.
Instantly.
Like, I'm sure he practices at home and stuff, but he just comes right away, boom. Like, you know, like, he's been at home on the farm, and he hasn't even been fighting, and then he can just come in and just right away without skipping a beat.
So it's funny, I always say that one of my favorite, it's just a scene. It's just one scene in Infinity War is the beginning scene, bro, when Hawkeye is with his family. He's shooting the bow with his family, with his daughter and everything like that. And, you know, like, hey, you know, how many hot dogs you want or whatever, or how many sandwiches, you know, all this stuff. How quick he turns it on. He's looking for his daughter. He can't find her. He turns around. His family got dusted because of the blip and everything like that. And he's looking just concerned. And instantly he just got into like this mode of just like, all right, now I got to figure out what the hell's going on. I have to try to his whole face, demeanor just changed. Obviously, it's just a worried father no matter what. But like in just me watching, I was like, oh, you're Hawkeye now. You're not Clint anymore.
Was that at the beginning of Infinity War?
Yeah,
or was that at the end?
That was the start.
Okay. I don't remember. I remember that scene, but I just remember, like, can you imagine, bro, literally grilling with your family, and then all of a sudden they...
Oh, was that the start?
I don't remember. I really don't. That's why I was asking. I want to say it was at the end.
No, it's not at the end of Infinity War.
Okay. Was that at the beginning of Endgame?
Oh, no. It's the beginning of Endgame.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry about that. Yeah.
I think my final answer, I think I would go Hawkeye for sure. Just because Black Widow fights, but so does Hawkeye. But he just also has a bow and arrow, you know. So, next question: would you rather be? I think I already know your answer, but would you rather be in the Avengers or the X-Men?
I don't know. You say you know my answer. I don't even know my answer.
I felt like you were just gonna pick the X-Men, honestly.
Well, that's where my mind went to, but I'm thinking, bro, the X-Men or the Avengers would be cool too.
Like, I don't know what you would be as, but like,
neither do I. So you're saying like I would? Are you saying like I just be like my own character in there, or like I get to take over one of their powers?
I'm just saying like
chilling with
let's
them.
say you have powers and you get to either be in the X-Men or the Avengers.
I choose the Avengers, bro.
You would? I was surprised. I thought you would choose X-Men.
Well, so as much as I love the X-Men and everything like that, but bro, I'll be a mutant. People gonna look at me like I'm weird and shit. Bro, the way they treat the
bro, they're gonna be making laws against you.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I would get so annoyed. I'm like, bro, I'm just living. That's what the whole freaking Fox universe of the X-Men. That's the whole thing is.
I remember.
You know, they're just outsiders. Yeah. They're outcasts.
Like even some politicians that were against X-Men were like mutants.
Dude,
like
the whole scene of Bobby and everything like that. With his family, and the X-Men have to go get him from his house. Like, his family's treating it like if he's like he's homosexual or something like that. Like this is a choice.
Yeah.
It's not a choice. Like, this is how I was born.
Yeah.
Like, God.
It's kind of like that on The Boys too. Not The Boys. The college show.
Gen V.
Yeah, Gen V. Where what's her face? Where she touches. Remember, bro? Her parents literally
like,
put her.
don't.
No, I mean, granted, she told her brother to go away and he ran away. But like,
Yeah.
her parents literally thought she was a freak and put her in. So you're saying you'd go Avengers just because you feel like a freak with the X-Men?
Yeah, bro. I don't want to be treated that way.
You don't want the prejudices of being
Bro,
in the
think about it, bro. Iron Man got his own ice cream, bro. The Hulk got his own ice cream. You telling me I'd be living,
Yeah.
bro?
For sure, I would be in the Avengers just because I feel like if I was on the X-Men, I almost feel okay. Look, I know the diehards are gonna come at me, but I'd almost feel like I was on the B team, like, so I know the X-Men are badass. I know that, but like from a movie perspective, I would feel like I'm on the B team.
No, like, bro, yeah, this is also coming from me, bro. I love Magneto.
Yeah.
I love Cyclops and all this stuff. But, bro, yeah, I ain't trying to be treated like that,
dude. I'd look at some of the X-Men, I'd be like, what the fuck? Whereas Avengers, I'd be like, bro, we all studs. Like, we all. So, yeah.
Bro, you have Toad walk up to you with that tongue and shit.
Yeah. So, okay, I'd rather be in the Avengers too.
Tricked your ass. You thought he knew it.
Next question. Would you rather be a civilian in the DC universe or the Marvel universe?
Oh, God.
So, this is like, you're just a civilian. You're not getting powers.
Yeah.
So, you got to think which universe is safest.
See, like I say, like you say safest, and I think, bro, yeah, bro.
I mean, both
DC
of them aren't safe.
Neither one of them are safe,
Yeah.
but I was like, to me, I'm thinking, bro, I'd rather be in DC. You know why? We got Superman. He'll
Right.
take care of everything. But at the same
Yeah.
time, we had the whole effect of Man of Steel.
Yeah.
You know, but that, once again, that's not his fault. We're going to go with that. And
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Alex. I'm talking to you, Andrew, from Escape Pod, bro. It's not his fault. That
Yeah.
was Zod's fault. Bro, the MCU, you had a whole town floating in the sky. You had people blip for 5 years.
In New York, they fuck shit up.
Yeah, but
Hella.
no one talks about
Yeah,
that.
and Civil War, Scarlet Witch, she throws up the when Cap's about to get exploded, she catches it and then she throws it and then the Wakandans die. Yeah, I mean both universes are dangerous.
I know I haven't given you an answer, but like,
Yeah.
maybe DC.
So I'm thinking about it from okay, so I would say the DC villains are way more scary. So part of me leans towards the Marvel universe. And at least from the movies, the Marvel universe looks happier. So I think
It looks happier, but think about it, bro. You got blip. We be in mid conversation right now and just blip. Like, gone, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. But in the Marvel universe, they all got blipped. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Which one would you pick?
I guess DC for me.
Okay.
Bro, think about it. We go to Fuel City, we be eating some tacos.
What if like Injustice happens though? And I know we haven't got it in the movies, but like I'm reading it now. What if the Injustice happened? That would suck.
Yeah, what sucks?
Superman
Like I
just
said,
takes
think about
over.
it, bro. We'd be chilling, eating some tacos. The Batmobile just be like, that's cool, bro. Like, I don't know.
I guess. See, but the thing is too, in the DC universe, you don't have to worry about Hulk fucking smashing everything. Like, bro, he smashes so many buildings, dude, because he jumps from building to building to building.
Yeah.
And I just think, God, the construction bill has got to be so high.
Yeah, but like I just said too, the whole Man of Steel aspect, bro. The whole city's bill
Yeah,
had to
that's
be
true.
really high.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of how many DC movies the towns were destroyed.
You had no town destroyed in Aquaman. Well, I lie. Yeah, you did, because Ocean Master flooded parts of, the shore. Anything happened in Wonder Woman?
So I'm trying to think. I don't think there's a lot of scenes where cities get like fucked up.
Flash, I mean, it was just that one building, that hospital.
Yeah. Like even in Avengers 2, when Iron Man brings out the Hulkbuster suit and him and Hulk are fighting, they fuck that place up. I don't remember where they're at, but they fuck it up.
Is it somewhere in Africa?
It's somewhere in Africa, I think. I honestly think DC has less cities getting destroyed. I could be wrong, but I'm trying to think.
Bro, people gonna flame us up, boy, if we wrong. Suicide Squad, bro, you had a lot of people getting messed up because all those people are being I guess mind manipulated by Enchantress, remember? And little creatures were coming out.
Even in James Gunn's Suicide Squad at the end, when is it Starro or what's his name?
Oh yeah, Starro
he messes that city up too. Okay, I guess I would still rather pick the MCU universe.
You say because they happier?
Just because it seems happier, yeah. And I wouldn't have to worry about like the Joker or who else is a scary villain? Scarecrow, like making me see my worst fear.
You just become a henchman, bro.
I wouldn't have to worry about Lex Luthor or Brainiac or Darkseid. Like I know Thanos hit.
I was about to say you gotta worry about.
I'd be
Thanos,
more scared of Darkseid.
Loki, Ultron.
Those don't sound as scary to me as the ones that I said,
bro. You would disappear for 5 years because of Thanos.
I mean, I know, but everyone still came
see
back.
A spider and be like, ah, okay.
Everyone still came back though.
After 5 years.
Yeah. I don't know though, but everyone looks so happy afterwards.
That's a good question.
Everyone looks so happy afterwards.
That's a good question.
I think I'm still sticking with the MCU universe. And then I didn't write this one down, but I mean we said it multiple times in this. Would you rather have been blipped or not been blipped? That one's tough too because it's like
it's hard because do you miss 5 years of your life or do you miss 5 years without other people and then the world's just kind of gone down?
Right.
Man, it took a dark turn on that one, huh? What's your answer? I don't know. That's a good one.
So I was thinking about it. So first off, okay, so yes, it's like, do I rather stay here for 5 years and not have family and loved ones and, friends? Or would I have rather been blipped and not have to deal with any of that? Who knows where they were at or if they were even conscious or I don't think they ever talk about that, right?
No, but at the same time, when you're blipped, you didn't know if you just died or not.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, you have no idea if you will ever come back.
Yeah. So part of me feels like I would say I'd rather have been blipped. Because, so technically they come back 5 years older, but they weren't alive for those 5 years. So, their body, I would say, is still 5 years fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. What did Spider-Man say? He was like, or no.
I don't think they ever talk about it. What's weird is
Spider-Man talked about it. He said it was only, 5 minutes or 5 hours, however long inside the quantum realm?
Yeah.
Or no, that's the quantum.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Though. What's weird is Spider-Man came back and he's still in the same grade as his friends, but he was gone for 5 years. Isn't that weird?
Okay, so did
they just put him in high school then?
I think
wasn't he already in high school?
Yeah.
So what did they do? Did all of them get blipped?
Yeah, I guess everyone that stayed, bro, they just got blipped. Think about it, bro. You saw an 8th grader while you're a senior, and now they're with you, bro.
Do they just combine everybody in one class?
Yeah.
It was just weird because I think
they put a new high school, bro. Blip high.
If Spider-Man came back in 5 years, he would have already been out of high school. So, do they just bump him up to senior, or I'm just trying to think what happens. They don't really discuss it. I think I would have rather been blipped. That way, I wouldn't have felt the sadness of not being blipped.
But that'd suck though, too, bro. Think about it. From a real aspect, I get blipped today. Come back 5 years. Baby girl Elena, bro, is already 5.
Yeah, that's true.
Or at 6. She's
that's
1
true.
year right.
Yeah,
she's 1 year old right now.
That's what happened to Ant-Man.
Yeah,
we literally see his daughter as she's young, and then he comes back and she's already a teenager.
Yeah, and he's like, "You're so grown," and everything. Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I wouldn't have been blipped then. But then what if they were blipped? So they'd come back the same age though. That's what's weird. If Jaden and Elena got blipped, they'd come back and I'd think, God damn, I'm 5 years older, bro. How am I supposed to handle this shit? They still be 1.5 or whatever they are.
Hey, bro, how we always say, I wish you stayed little forever, bro. They stayed little for 5 more years, bro. You good?
I don't know.
That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. I guess and you can't pick who you get blipped with. I was like, hey, all of us are get blipped.
Hey, trying to get blipped?
I don't know.
Think about, bro. You say some messed up shit. Be like, fuck you. Be like, oh, it didn't work, bro.
Remember that guy? What happened to him, bro?
I don't know. Was it Retrospector?
Retrospector, yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I don't want to be blipped.
You wouldn't want to be blipped?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, it sucked to be in the... I mean, sadly, you have to readjust to new life and everything like that with the whole 5-year aspect, bro. New York looks so dead.
Yeah, it looks sad.
It looks sad.
The beginning of Endgame looks sad.
Yeah, bro.
It looks like Gotham.
And you want to be in the MCU, bro.
Yeah.
What the hell? You want to be a civilian in the MCU, bro? Hey,
ain't
no blipping in DC.
I just think the villains in DC are scarier. So, from a safety perspective, I feel like I would want to raise my family in a Marvel universe.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're thinking also, bro, you could be in Central City, bro, with the Flash.
Yeah.
You just got Captain Cold, bro. Mirror Master. That's all right.
Yeah, that's true. But
You don't have to be in Gotham.
I feel like
or
the villains
Metropolis.
overall are better in DC. So, or at least Batman's for sure.
His rogues are incredible, dude. We'll get into that bracket or like just discussion on a whole episode.
Batman's villains are scary though. Yeah. Okay. I guess. Yeah. I would prefer not to get blipped.
Yeah. I don't want to get blipped.
Yeah. Okay. So I would have come back. I would have been 5 years, and then whoever got blipped would have been like the same age.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Okay. Well, that was Would You Rather.
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. So I feel like we could base our questions off of like I said, like wrestling, DC, certain topics.
Yeah, I'll do regular movies. Too.
Yeah, even movies. Like it just I don't know, just or they could even just be multitude of things. Like kind of like Factor Cap, like we do some wrestling, some.
Oh, I got one right now, bro. Would you rather be a member of The Office or? I don't know what's some
member of The Office.
Okay. I was trying to think of two shows that you really.
I don't
like.
even know what, but dude, I'm telling you, bro. I watch The Office every day. It is on, so it is either on TV or yesterday.
Who was your favorite character?
I've been watching the Superfan episodes. I'd probably say Michael. I've been watching the Superfan episodes, and like I can just watch The Office all the time. And I've been thinking about it, and yeah, I would say it has to be top, at least in my opinion, top 5 shows of all time because I love The Office, bro. It is just one of those shows that you could sit down and watch, and it doesn't matter where you're at in the episodes.
I love that as much as I know how Michael Scott, how cringy he is. Still rewatching some stuff, and I was like, "Oh, bro, why'd you say that?"
Like I watch stuff, and I just think that would not fly right now. And it's not even just stuff that Michael says; it's just stuff that's in the episodes. Mm-hmm. And yeah, bro, like the episode where Jim sends him the gaydar, and I just think, bro, people would get so butthurt about that now. And then Dwight,
the one I always remember for Dwight, bro, and I mean it's not even, it's mid kind of, but I know some people be mad. Is whenever they have the cue cards on their head, he's like, and Pam's over, you may not be good at driving. He goes, oh my woman. That one always
Dwight and Clark. Do you remember Clark?
Yeah,
yeah. Dwight and Clark are on a sales meeting, and they're talking to this dad who hates his son too. So Dwight and Clark act like their father and son. And so Dwight goes, his first girlfriend was a transvestite. And I just think, bro, that would not fly now. Like it just would not.
No, bro.
Bro, I love The Office. So.
Was that one of the last shows I can get away with it? Or not get away with it, but like the last show before I think even, times changed?
I think even the guy, who's the guy that plays Michael?
Steve
Carell. I think he even said that. I think people have asked him, and he's even said that it just wouldn't fly now. So yeah, I would say it's one of the last shows that could truly get away with it, and I think that's why they don't bring it back.
But you also still have shows like The Simpsons and Family Guy that are still going.
Yeah, but I think that's because they were already there, like they were already doing it and they're still going. You know, I don't know. I just think The Office ultimately ended just because Michael left.
Oh yeah, when Michael left on that. I think we took like maybe a month off of watching it.
Yeah.
I'm probably being dramatic. I think it was like 2 weeks.
Like it's still good, and I like the episodes that Michael's not in still. But yeah, it definitely was so much better when Michael was there.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, bro. So that was Would You Rather. Do you have anything else? No. Nope. You just want to end it there?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay, cool. So next week we will be back with episode 15. We still have to figure out what we're gonna do for our cruise episode. Like, do we film an extra episode, or we still need to figure out how we're going to do it? Part of me wants to take, like, a week off, but also it's like we're at the beginning of this.
So I brought it up to Marco. It's like we're trying to figure out how to do that. And he was like, just take off. Yeah. He's like, just skip a week. He goes, just so you don't have to stress about editing or anything like that.
Part of me feels like that, but then part of me feels like shit doing that just because we're at the beginning stretches. And it's like, this is the time we should be grinding. Like, this is the time we should be for real, you know? But also, then I just think, like, we're on episode 14. We've been doing, we even did practice episodes. Next week will be episode 15. We'll talk about the Royal Rumble, I think, that week. And so it's like, bro, we've been like 20 weeks straight. We've been pretty much going. Because that'll be 15 and what? We did like 5 practice episodes?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I still have our very first one.
So,
very first
I think I deleted
trial
them off my phone just because they take up so much space. But
all the other trials, because I know we downloaded them you upload them, we download them, we make practice clips just to see how they would look. Way before we ever posted our very first episode and all our first clips. But our very, very first one, I still have it.
Right. Well, yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to decide. Maybe we'll take a week off. Maybe we'll film another episode. But next week for sure, though, we are going to talk about the Royal Rumble, bro. Royal Rumble's coming up.
Yes.
So
be on the lookout for some predictions. Be on the lookout for
Yeah, I'm excited, dude.
Everything.
I'm excited for the Royal Rumble, and it's gonna be so nice that we don't actually have to work this time.
Mm.
The past 2 Royal Rumbles, I think we worked.
Mhm.
So
We watched one of them during inventory.
yeah, so it's gonna be so nice that we don't have to do
We're
that.
supposed to be counting, bro. We're over here.
It's gonna be so. Well, what sucked too is they made the men's one like the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Remember? And so it was like
You know what's annoying? His coworkers be like, "What are y'all watching? Y'all watching wrestling?" Yeah, bro. Shut. We're trying to watch.
All right, guys. Well, episode 15. Yeah, we'll talk about the Rumble, and I'm sure we'll talk about some other stuff. But thank you guys for watching, listening, and we will catch you guys next week.
All right, later, guys.
Later.